Hello guys and welcome to the channel. Today I'll be going to explain you a 2018 spy action movie called Red Sparrow. The movie starts with a girl named Dominika Egorova. She is a lead ballerina in the Bolshoi company for Russia. She takes care of her ailing mother. Scene shifts and we see Dominika getting ready to perform her next dance in the theater. Dominika's uncle, Ivan Egorova, deputy director of the SVR operative, introduces Dominika to Dmitry. Dmitry, on seeing Dominika, gets impressed by her beauty. Scene shift and we see Dominika performance, but during the performance, her dance partner steps on her knees, due to which her leg breaks. She is then taken to the hospital, and later finds out that due to her injury she can never dance again and her career was over. Scene shift to 3 months later. Now Dominika was able to walk on her feet. Ivan, her uncle, came to meet her. Dominika was struggling financially, so her uncle suggests she work for him in the Russian intelligence as an assassin. He then reveals that her leg injury was not an accident. In fact, her partner did it purposely so that Sonia can replace her, and to prove this, Ivan shows her pics, in which Dominika's dance partner and the new dancer Sonia were kissing. On seeing the pictures, Dominika gets angry. Scene shift to the next day. Dominika goes in theater where Sonia and her dance partner were getting intimate. Sophia arrives and beat both of them with her walking stick, and then reports the incident to the police. Next day Dominika meets with Ivan. Ivan tells her about the mission. She is tasked with seducing Dmitry Ustinov and get his phone. At first she denies, but then Ivan tells her that he will pay her mother's medical bill, so she finally agrees. She arrives at the hotel at which Dmitry was about to arrive. Scene shift and we see Dmitry arrives at the hotel and approaches Dominika. Dominika then takes him to the room. Dmitry then tells Dominika to take off her dress. He then forces himself upon her, to which Dominika gets scared, but then a SVR operative named Sergei Matorin comes to the rescue and strangles Dmitry to death. He then takes Dominika to Ivan. Ivan offers Dominika a choice: become an SVR operative, or be executed for witnessing Dmitry's assassination. She chooses the first offer. That is to become a SVR operative. Dominika is then sent to State School 4, a brutal specialist training school for Sparrows, SVR operatives capable of seducing their targets with sexpionage. She is introduced to matrons. Matron was giving lesson about how they should be willing to sacrifice their life in order to achieve victory, and then tells them about how to exploit a person's weakness through seduction. She then tells Dominika and a boy to take off their dress. The boy instantly takes off his dress, but Dominika gets hesitant and doesn't take off her dress. Scene shifts to Nate. Nate Nash is a CIA operative working in Moscow. While meeting with an asset in a park, they are confronted by the police. But Nash fires in the air to create a diversion to ensure his asset, a mole in Russian ranks codenamed Marble, escapes unidentified. Nash is reassigned back to the US, but insists he is the only person with whom Marble will work. Since he cannot return to Russia, he is assigned to Budapest to re-establish contact with Marble, but we see Ivan and other high-rank comrades knew about this, and they also knew that Nate was in Budapest. Scene then shift to Dominika. Matron introduces them to Soldier, who had returned to their country after 1 year. Matron tells them to entice the soldier. Dominika chooses a shy boy and then seduces her. Scene shift and we see Dominika was taking shower, but suddenly a boy named Nikolai comes there and forces himself upon her, but Dominika was able to retaliate and beats him. Matron then reports this incident to General Korchoy. Next day Matron tells Dominika and Nikolai to come forward, and tells Dominika to give him what he wants. Dominika then undresses herself, and then tells Nikolai to get intimate with her, but he doesn't do so, and leaves the room. As the days pass, Dominika excels in her training. Against the matron's recommendation, Ivan and General Korchnoi decide that Dominika is ready for an assignment in Budapest. To gain Nash's trust and expose Marble's identity, she is then sent to Budapest. She is placed in a rooming flat with another Sparrow named Marta and supervised by SVR Station Chief Maxim Volantov. Dominika then visits the same swimming pool at which Nash used to frequently come. Nash gets attracted to Dominika, and they start talking, but Nash quickly determines she is a Russian intelligence operative. Scene shift and we see Dominika inspects Marta's room and realizes that Marta has been assigned to buy classified intelligence from Stephanie Boucher, the chief of staff to a U.S. senator, in exchange of $250,000. Next day Ivan comes to meet Dominika, pressures Dominika about her slow progress with Nash. Dominika claims to be helping Marta in her mission as well. Scene shifts to Dominika, she goes out to open a bank account. When she returns, we see Matoran Simeonov had brutally killed Marta. Matoran then warns Dominika to never reveal their secrets to anyone. On the other hand, Vienna informs Nash about Dominika, that she is Sparrow and can be dangerous, but Nash on reply says that she is recruitable. Nash and Dominika meet each other at Nash's apartment. Nash offers Dominika to work for him and be a double agent, to which she agrees. Later at night, the two get intimate. Scene shift to next day, Dominika takes a lie detector test under Marty and Trish. She then asks for $30,000 to be transferred to a Vietnam bank account to work for CIA. Dominika then tells about Marta's mission with an American chief of staff, Stephanie Boucher, code name Swan, who is providing Russia with satellite information in London. But as Marta died, Dominika and Maxim were going to make the exchange with Stephanie. Scene then shift and we see Dominika in London. Dominika and Maxim then take the information in exchange $250,000, but Dominika covertly switches out the intelligence Boucher supplies with CIA-supplied disinformation. Dominika then tells Stephanie to leave after 1 hour. And then Dominika and Maxim leaves the hotel, but as Stephanie was drunk, and she doesn't pay much attention to Dominika's words and immediately leaves the room. Outside, Stephanie realizes that she is being observed by American intelligence agents. She panics, backs into traffic, and suddenly a truck runs over her. Russian agents observing Stephanie realize their mission has been compromised. SVR thought that Dominika was with the Americans, and that she and Nate killed Stephanie. Dominika and Maxim are recalled to Moscow, where they are tortured and interrogated for days. Maxim is executed, but Dominika's claims of innocence are eventually believed by Ivan, and she is allowed to return to Budapest to continue her original mission of extracting the mole's identity from Nash, where Dominika and Nate reunite. Later they spend the night together, but Dominika awakes to find him being tortured by Matoran for the mole's identity. She initially assists Matoran with torturing Nash until Matoran lowers his guard, and the two struggle to fight Matoran, but after a tough fight, they finally kill Matoran, but Dominika suffers injury. Scene shift and we see Dominika is admitted to a hospital, and then General Vladimir Korchnoi arrives there. General then tells to Dominika that he knows that Dominika killed Matoran and was involved with the CIA. Hearing this, Dominika gets scared and tries to deny the accusations, but later General reveals himself as the mole code named Marble, and at the night of the police confrontation Nash fired to save him, and he was the person leaking information to the US. General then proceeds to tell the reason behind this. He explains that he was initially patriotic. His reason is that an angry Russian official wouldn't allow an American to operate on his sick and dying wife. General then tells that the whole government is corrupt, and due to this corruption his wife died, and it was the reason of him involving with the US. He then tells that her uncle, Ivan, is also one among them. He fears he will be caught soon and, instead of dying in vain, instructs Dominika to expose his identity to Ivan. Doing so would make her a national hero, and allow her to replace him as a mole passing critical intelligence to the CIA. Scene shift and we see Dominika gives Ivan name as a mole instead of the general to a high official. Scene again shift and we see an exchange is made between Dominika and a masked man who is believed to be the Russian contact, but when the mask is unveiled, it is Ivan who has undergone torture. Dominika had framed her uncle Ivan as the mole, using evidence she had been fabricating since she first arrived in Hungary, and blaming him for the botched exchange in London. Ivan is killed and Dominika is honored in a Russian military ceremony attended by Korchnoi. Back in Russia, Dominika lives with her mother, and receives a phone call from an unknown person who plays Grieg's piano concerto, which she previously had told Nash was the piece to which she danced her first solo performance. Thank you for watching. お前はもう死んでいる。